going, guys? Back on here on the beach. Wanted to kind of hit you guys with some quick. So let's talk about controlling your emotions, the benefits of controlling your emotions. So I do a blog post every week, and so I was talking about how to control your emotions. And I was like, well, you know what? What not a lot of people don't understand is the benefits of controlling your emotions. And I think oftentimes people get blamed. People who do control their emotions get blamed for not being emotional or not being passionate. But I remember one time I was reading or maybe listening to Tony Robbins one time, and he was talking about one of the most passionate people that he knows are people that act like, or you may not know that they share or they're very passionate about it. They don't show they won't wear their emotions on their sleeve. And I was like, I got to thinking, I was like, yeah, that's a good point, because I mean, out of all the success that I've accomplished, whether it's degrees, whether it's financial, whether it's whatever, what I realized is that I'm a very, very passionate person. I just learned that in certain situations, like, you got to learn how to control your emotions. So for me, I just want to throw out some benefits of learning how to control your emotions. One, I mean, you get way ahead in life. I mean, you get ahead in life. People can trust you. I know as a lawyer, I get asked to know how to pretty much, keep, not to keep secrets, but I'm entrusted with very sensitive information. And the only way that you get to that point is somebody being able to trust you. I mean, that's the same thing in sales. Let's say you're a car salesman and somebody comes to wants to buy a Ford Focus from you, and they want to know if you're getting a great deal, if this is a great car, is it dependable? And the way that you do that, how you gain somebody's trust is, hey, hey, this is a dependable car. Hey, this is the best price. And once again, like, you do all that through controlling your emotions. And you just don't. When somebody walks into the dealership, say, hey, you got to do it. They got a good credit score. They got the money. Whatever it is, you just don't walk in and say, hey, all right, man, I just want to sell you any kind of car. You have to learn how to control what it is that you're trying to convey. You got to learn how to or communicate in a way that is not so forceful. I know when I was in college, undergrad, that I'll have different people from all different walks of life, and they all run their emotions on their sleeve. And it's like, you got the New York guys, hey, I'm from the concrete jungle. I got the folks in Cali, like, hey, just laid back or whatever. And when I started realizing that, hey, it's okay to be you, but at the same time, learn how to control your emotions. You don't have to always try to prove a point. Now, in some instances that you need to prove a point, right? You're in the boardroom and the numbers are just wrong. Hey, you're trying to buy a company, acquisitions and mergers or whatever. It's like, hey, man, this doesn't work. Now, it doesn't mean you jump on top of the table and say, hey, man, hey, these numbers are messed up or whatever. No, that's not the case. I think that a lot of what it comes down to is that when you control your emotions, one, you get ahead of life. People trust you. Another benefit of it is you ain't got to worry about no strokes or anything. There's plenty of health benefits to it, right? So if I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs, if I'm not, jumping on top of tables, or I'm not depressed, I'm kind of communicating what I really feel to my significant other, or, to whomever, whether it's my, a business partner or to a client, then guess what? I don't have to worry about going home with some anxiety because I'm like, oh, I really want to tell Susie this. I really wanted to tell John this. I really wanted to tell, hey, man, that was a bad business deal. Or spouse, like, hey, you're going through something. Maybe you lost your job and you wasn't able to communicate with your spouse. But, when you control your emotions, you say, okay, hey, you're not scared to talk to your spouse about something. And even if that spouse responds differently, you say, hey, if it's something that needs to be said, you say, hey, you not that you bear that anxiety, you face your fears. Right now I'm reading this book by 50 Cent. It just came out so good it's hard to put down. Shout out to 50 Cent, man. I mean, you did your thing on this one, bro. But he talks about facing your fears. And now a lot of that has to do with controlling emotions. Yeah, and then how, I know I'm talking about the benefits of it, but I guess one of the ways to determine how you do it is knowing when you're emotional, right? So, like, when you see that you peed off, or you peeved, as Tony Robbins would say, why am I peeved? Like, is it because you can't communicate with somebody? Or you feel like you told this person several times that you don't like, leaving the toilet seat up? What does it mean to you? Hey, convey that. Or is it even that important? Is there other things in life that is more important than leaving this toilet seat up and causing yourself being in a panic or being frustrated for the rest of the day? I mean, I know so many times that people are just so frustrated about things that really don't matter. And I find a lot of times when you are in this tunnel where you're trying to control your emotions or you're trying to convey your emotions, that, hey, I'm mad about something. Do you have a right to be mad? Probably so. But is it worth so much to get upset about and tear a relationship, tarnish a relationship, have to start over with business? I mean, I know a lot of businesses that have shut down because, you know, the partner took some of the money or the spouses did something with it. I mean, as a lawyer, I've dealt with a lot of stuff. I mean, look at relationships. I mean, how many relationships have went down the toilet because one person gets upset and they harbor it? Now, I know a lot of the examples that I'm giving you just about, you know, a person being mad, but what about that person who's always quiet, right? Who never says anything. That never says, okay, hey, this is what I'm going through. They let it eat at them up inside. And you start asking yourself, outside looking in, you say, man, I never saw that person doing that. Matter of fact, I woke up to a text message this morning. A friend of mine's mom, you know, killed herself. And I'm like, goodness gracious. You know, I'm thinking that, you know, she had everything that she wanted. You know, a loving husband, you know, kids are doing well, college graduates, yada, yada. I mean, the whole nines. But when I talk about controlling emotions, it's about not balling up where you get to a point of wanting to commit suicide. It's about, hey, knowing thyself. Okay, what am I mad at? Am I frustrated? Why am I happy? Is it something I should be happy about? Learning to embrace the good points in life. And then, when in the right situation, being able to communicate, to take that piss offness or that frustration or that anger and using it as fuel to say, okay, I didn't get it right this time, but I'm getting it right the next time. I mean, prime example for me, and I know I'm getting over my time, is that when I was in college and I was like, hey, I'm in college, you guys need to just give me this degree, right? I'm just first in my family graduate high school. I had this story, right? That because I had this story that people should accept me and should just give it to me. That's not the case. So when I got that first bad grade, I was like, do you know who I am? Then I had to realize, oh, do I know who I am, right? So for me, I had to adjust my attitude. I had to ask myself, why is it that I feel like that I'm entitled to have a good grade just because I overcame some hardships? That's not necessarily the case. And then now, once I faced that, then I was able to grow and move to the next level. So for me, when I'm talking to you about controlling your emotions, I'm not talking about just being a bump on a log and not being able to say anything. But I'm also not saying that you need to just always open your mouth. What I'm saying is, if you got a goal in mind, learn how to control those emotions in a way to help you achieve those goals. I'm Ronnie Rice. I hope this helps you guys. Always like, share, comment on this YouTube video. I got blog posts coming out every week. I'm on social media. If you ever have a question, maybe do some dialogues. I'm always up for a DM or a text message or number 205-222-9815. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Get Rice now.